Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, hope you're having a great day. My producer and I are ready to deliver to you a great show. First, Holy Thursdays today. All of you Christians, may you have a wonderful and blessed Holy Thursday. All right, you can't make it up. Senator Chris Van Hollen from Maryland went down to El Salvador yesterday because he wanted to talk to Garcia, who he claimed was an unlawfully taken man. I mean, this is, senators are generally more cautious. In my opinion, this is one of the most biggest political blunders that any United States senator has ever done. I mean, I don't know how he survives this, even in Maryland, maybe even an attack from the left against him. But this is crazy that he went down there. And of course, El Salvador said, no, you're not going. They said, you want to do a tour of the place? He said, no, I don't. Now, Kilmore Garcia has now been proven to be a wife builder. I mean, took her clothes off, ripped her clothes off, beat the hell out of her. And we're going to show you the actual documents here. You can see them. You can freeze the screen if you want, screenshot it and read it for yourself, but it's out there in the public now. I mean, this guy, and you know why she didn't show up for the last hearing? What do you think? She's going to get killed, get whacked. This guy's an M13 guy. And Von Hollen and the Democrats. Now, I got to ask, here's the question we need to all ask the Democrats, all the big name Democrats. Do you approve or disapprove of what Van Hollen did? Do you agree or disagree? All right, I'm going to defend George Clooney. George Clooney is, he did come out and say he hopes Donald Trump does a good job. And you know what? Maybe it was too little too late, but at least George Clooney publicly finally did something about telling the world that Joe Biden had a problem. I think Clooney deserves praise for that. It was funny at the time, but I think he deserves praise for it. So, good job, George. At least you told the world about it. All right, Mike Lindell appeared in court and says he's ruins. If you notice, the few times I've watched Fox News recently, there's no more ads. God only knows what he ran up there. But, he just got destroyed by the kickback on the legal system that happened to him over the election fraud. I'm kind of shocked some billionaire didn't step in and save him, though. All right, Trump has wished all of us happy Easter and had a prayerful day. All the evangelicals came in and prayed with him. Trump is not, he's a change. You can't be not a changed man when you almost get assassinated. But Trump is what he is. He's not being a phony. All Christians know that we're all sinners, not saints. Trump's a very imperfect man. But you got to give the guy credit for recognizing the importance of God in our lives and his support of the Christian community. And they've given it back to him. They see it the way I see it. Gavin Newsom has sued the Trump administration. He's so up and down here. He complains about the left, and then he sues Trump over the tariffs. California, like, really? Sorry, you're a state. You're part of the union. IRS might revoke Harvard's tax-exempt status. I tell you about Trump, and I've said this from day one about Trump. I find it almost comical how he is. But it's funny, but it's legitimate. Is if you get on Team Trump, if you are on his team, he'll support you. He'll say nice things about you. But you go after him, and he's going to fight back. I adopt that same modus operandi because it works. It works. Harvard is taking something where they could say, okay, Mr. President, we'll do this, we'll do that. But no, they're going to dig a deeper hole. And it's stupid. Judge Boasberg, I call him Judge Lurch. This is outrageous. The United States Supreme Court said he had no right to interfere in these deportations. Now he's put on an order to find probable cause that the Trump team is in criminal contempt. A judge has no authority. If he has no authority to hear the case, he's got no authority to issue a contempt order. By the way, I watched Fox News this morning. Not one person said what I just said. Fox News ought to hire me as their top legal analyst. Anyway, Boasberg is clearly just a deranged hater. Judge Lurch. David Hogg's plan. You know, he's the vice chairman of the Democratic Party. You know what his game plan is? He wants to spend money going after middle-of-the-road Democrats with wokers. Good plan, Hogg. You do that. Taxes. It looks like both parties are for eliminating taxes on Social Security. My question would be, what took you so long? Elise Stefanik did not get to become United States ambassador, but she might run for New York governor. Trump administration, led by Pam Bondi, has sued Bain for their refusal to change things. And this always cracks me up. The governor says, well, there's only a couple. It's a couple too many. And if it's only a couple, why hurt your state with not getting federal funds over a couple? I saw a great graphic where this doctor says transgenderism is the only mental illness where everyone else is supposed to deal with you having that illness. It's a pretty good meme. Dallas high school shooting. This is sad, 4 killed. I tell you what blew me away about this, and I didn't see it, and my producer, Sabrina, brought to my attention, is it didn't get much play out there. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Oh, another school shooting? That's not right. By the way, I'm for what's the underlying reason for the school shooting, not, it's a gun control issue. And this is a rarity. It happened to be a young black man. It's usually somebody's white. The big joke is blacks don't do mass shootings, and they're not serial killers. You know what? You couldn't tell that joke if you were on ABC or CBS, could you? World News. An FAA contractor, Abuzar Ramadi, has pled guilty for being a spy for Iranians forever. Like for a decade. Unbelievable. A British court, the highest British court, has declared that biological women are women. Amen. How come we just can't do that in this country? In pop culture, there is a big conspiracy going on about the Blue Origin capsule and whatnot. I mean, it's crazy, and we're going to play the video for you, but it's pretty interesting. Breakfast Club got reunited. There's talk about a sequel. Good for all them. Snoop Dogg says the only party he represents is the gangster party. Eric Church says he's got Hemingway in him, that most of his songs he writes while he's drinking whiskey. Hemingway. Ransom Canyon starts today. I'm looking forward to it. They say it's a more steamy Yellowstone. We'll see. And Karen Reed, I watched the documentary on Netflix, and her trial begins next week. I think this woman is innocent. I've just done a Facebook Live about it. I like her, and I think she's innocent. And her lawyers did a damn good job. You don't see me complimenting lawyers to me. I usually think they're bozos. These 2 lawyers, good guys, good lawyers. They did right by her. Sports Without Boundaries. The Heat beat the Bulls, and the Mavs beat the Kings. Last night I got them both right. This time I got them both wrong. Hero went off for the Heat. In your Shakespeare insult of the day, I keep coming up with some good ones. Do not be a tottering, flat-mouthed want-wit. I got to send that to my buddy, Cowboy Melman. He gets a kick out of these. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope you have a great day.